Hi, I'm Daniel Varghese, and this is my podcast self-evaluation project. And with public speaking, prior to Full Sail University, I wasn't too uncomfortable with public speaking, but it's a lot different at Full Sail since it's 80 to 100 kids rather than just like 25 students in a science class or like an English class. And now I feel a lot more comfortable with my communication skills. I feel like I'm a lot more prepared and I know how to prepare myself properly for giving a speech like that. And using ethos, pathos, and logos, I feel like the only way we really had to use it is for persuasive speeches and presentations rather than just talking about something because you're trying to give a lot of things like statistics and encourage people to go along with your idea or how you feel. And with eye contact, I feel like I didn't try to stare at the audience, but I definitely looked out into the audience rather than staring at my feet the whole time. And I didn't use too many gestures or movements because I was afraid that I would move without purpose instead of really having a reason to move, as in rather than just walking around and pacing back and forth nervously. I just tried to stay within a certain range and just move back and forth if I needed to. Um, During the presentations, I wasn't really too nervous except for the first one because I didn't prepare myself as much as I needed to, and I made a lot of mistakes creating my keynotes, and I didn't really practice it as much as I should have. But during the persuasive speech, I felt like I was a lot more comfortable up there, and I didn't really have to worry about too much. The visual concepts from the Gar Reynolds video, I didn't really follow it too much the first time I made the keynotes because I definitely overdid it with a lot of the text and the pictures. So the second time around, I definitely applied a lot of his concepts, like not using way too many transitions or a lot of words. I feel like the first time around, I didn't really get too much of a response from the audience, but the second time, I definitely had people were sort of interested in my persuasive speech, and it wasn't just talking about something. It was a very interesting subject, I thought, and I didn't have really any technological errors other than forgetting to plug in the USB to get the remote to work. But I think most of that was just nervous. Um, I think I definitely enjoyed the persuasive speech a lot better than I did the cultural speech because I felt a lot more comfortable and prepared about it. Um, I think I think the cultural one was the most challenging because I was worried that I wouldn't make the time limit, and I wasn't really sure how prepared I was for it. And during preparation, I think the biggest challenge is finding time to practice and definitely finding a lot of information and finding really good sources for it. From watching other presentations, I definitely learned a lot. Like the one on cannibalism, I thought was really funny and interesting because I didn't really think anybody would really give a speech like that. And the speech on Afghanistan from somebody who's actually from the military than rather what I see on the news was definitely a big eye opener because I'd always really listen to what my parents thought or what other people thought, but I never really heard it from that perspective. So it definitely changed my mind about what's going on politically and what's going on with the war over in Afghanistan. And with the time constraints, I didn't really focus too much on it because I thought it would kind of make me feel a little bit more nervous and have another thing to worry about. Although I did make the time for the first speech, And the persuasive speech, I think I went a little bit under, but not by too much. And my performance is on a scale from 1 to 4. I think I fall between maybe 3 to 3.5 because I definitely did a lot better than I thought I would. And I definitely put in the effort, and I might not have been as good as other people who've had a lot more experience than I have, but I'm pretty happy at how I improved over the course. And I feel like public speaking is a very important class to have, definitely, and it's very different after having a lot of music related courses and then having public speaking, but I wasn't really sure what to expect at first, but it definitely helped a lot, and that's about it.